Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folari. My guest this morning, real upfront, is Mr. Ayobami Oyalowo. Ayobami is a political and development economist, and he's one of the spokespersons of the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu campaign organization. A fine morning to you, Ayobami.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Thank you very much for calling for coming on the program, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Indeed, our pleasure. Let's look at, because I know I just described you as one of the spokespersons of the Asiwaju campaign organization. So you guys must, in fact, all of Nigeria has its eyes on 2023, which is just around the corner, actually, even though INEC has just amended some dates. But it's still, in politics, you guys could probably use a bit more time. Now, the youths is what I think we should focus on today. Young Nigerians. It is said in some quarters that we have the most of them of any country in the world. So they're going to be quite significant. I don't know if we're looking at somewhere between 18 to 25, maybe a little over that. But any way you look at it, a sizable chunk. I want you to give me the impression you have of the significance of the youth votes if properly mustered.
Thank you, Uncle Yori. It is very obvious that we have a huge population of young people. I think the statistics put it at about 60 to 70% of Nigerians between the ages of 18 to 30. So which is quite huge. And I don't think we should just look at them in terms of just what they bring to the table as voters. We should look at them as very interesting demographic, very intelligent and curious demographic. We've never had a generation that is so, how do I put it now, so linked together because of technology like this generation. So they are not just a population for votes in my estimation. They are also a huge asset in terms of human capital that they are. We should be able to look at this generation as a generation that should be able to stand shoulder to shoulder, side by side with their peers anywhere in the world. And we have a huge number of them doing that in sports, in music, in entertainment, in education, science, arts, and everywhere. So we are blessed with this huge population. And I believe our job as spokespersons of this campaign is to let them understand, because it's unfortunate that history has taken a back seat in our educational curriculum. So we need to expose to them the importance and significance of the man, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, especially looking at his antecedent when he was governor, the things he did. He was the first governor to ensure that every citizen that attends public schools in Lagos gets their WAEC and NECO fees paid without stress on their parent. He pioneered the one-day governor program, where any child who comes first, I think it was a debate or quiz, I can't remember whether it was a debate or quiz, any child who comes first. So the spelling bee, God bless you, yeah. Any child who comes first is allowed to play the role of the one-day governor. And I have seen testimony of some of these young children then who are now adults coming out to tell us how this had impacted their lives, both educationally, socially, and otherwise. So Asiwaju has been someone who not only see these young people as voting material, like some people will see them, but he see them as partners in progress. And he has not just seen it, he has demonstrated it. And I have also seen a lot of my Asiwaju stories of young people who told us that they might not have gone further in their education if not for this man's impact in their lives by giving free education to everybody in Lagos. It doesn't matter where you come from. By paying the WAEC and NECO fees of every child in public schools in Lagos. It doesn't matter your tribe, your religion, your creed, or whatever. So this is the man Asiwaju for the youth. He's a father, he's a leader who is at home with the old, is at home with the young, is at home with the very young ones too. So he means a lot to everybody looking at him from different angles. As an activist, I was in the university during the time when the June 12, 1993 election was annulled by the military. And I can remember that when we had all the Bekor and some Kutis of this world, we had all, even a lot of people who are not politicians. Some of them have died today, some are still alive. Asiwaju was one of the foremost names who stood. I mean, this man could have sold out, he had the opportunity, he had the money, but no, he stood on the side of the people. And we know how many Nigerians lost their lives when we were fighting for this democracy. I was an undergraduate then. I was a member of the CD. I can still recall that Dr. Joe Oke-Odumake was the coordinator then in Ilorin when I was a student in the University of Ilorin. And she always come to the campus. She was a PhD student while I was a BSc student then. And she was the one who would come and encourage us, the young people. Then there was no social media. So we had to collect those flyers by the CD to encourage people to stay at home. They didn't want them to stay at home and all those things. So, and I remember Asiwaju and his people were some of the founders, and also you can also recall the Radio Kudirat. So this is a man who has done a lot for democracy. So we are not just promoting somebody because we think he should be promoted. We are promoting someone who has a huge track record in terms of democratic credentials, in terms of being good to the young people, in terms of helping the development of Nigerian youth to grow, to achieve their potentials. So this is the Asiwaju we intend to sell to the young people, and we hope that they will see reason to know that this man is not just talking about, I will help the youth. He has done it, he is doing it, and he will never stop doing it until the day God says it's enough for him.